K. Prakash, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Technology. Today we are going to discuss a case study on alternative plastics using design thinking approach. So before going to the topic, we will have a small discussion on what is the problems faced in our day-to-day life or in the society by plastics. Okay. So today we are considering more plastics. Okay. So our team members, they are going to discuss about this plastics using our design thinking approach. So let the team continue.
Good afternoon everyone, I'm Mahatri Jayachandran. Here we are to present you a case study on alternative to plastics through DT approach. There are 5 stages in design thinking approach: empathy, define, ideate, prototype and testing. Here are my team members who are going to explain the process.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I am CM Kavipriya. Here empathy is about not finding solution but understand the feelings of humans and habitat and real life challenges. Empathy, the problems faced using plastics are land pollution, air pollution and toxic waste management, drainage blockage and etc.
So here what they are doing is they have chosen about the alternative plastics, and what is the empathy part they are given here is they are telling that it is creating a land pollution because after using the plastics we are throwing it on the lands. So it creates a land pollution. So when we throw on the lands, what happens is there is a chance of our domestic animals to consume it or some wild animals. So it can take the plastics, it may lead to death. And in some cases, when it is buried in the land, it is not decomposed. So it affects the water table. Okay. And it is toxic. And sometimes the plastics, when it is burned, what happens is it creates air pollution. So these part of empathy were given by our friends. So let us see what the next define they are going to tell.
Hello everyone, I am Ratish. About define, clearly articulating the challenges associated with plastic products such as waste, pollution and harmful to wildlife. To prevent this,
So you are taking the stage that you are going to define the problem, how to do the alternative to plastics. Okay. Okay. Now let us give your idea what is for the empathy part.
Hello, I'm Mohammed Jafar. I'm going to tell you about the idea of alternate to plastics. We can use reusable plastics, bottles, containers, instead of single-use plastics. We can use bamboo woods and glasses for your household materials. And silicone is alternative to plastic. We can use silicone is more safer and more reliable product. And
So you are suggesting what he is suggesting is he is suggesting some ideas that alternative bottles can be used with different materials. Okay. So the bamboos are naturally made materials which is available in nature. Okay. So that can be used. So when it is after reusing of bamboos or if you throw it, it does not harmful to the land. So it does not create any pollution. It is the one best idea. Any other ideas are suggested? No, any ideas? So you can go for the ideas as we discussed from the board.
to reduce plastic, we can convert it to the paper bags and cotton bags.
So what the other thing is, they can telling that we are convert the plastics into other materials only for using. For example, they are thinking that we can use for example paper bags. Okay. So if you take in paper and you can mix these plastics and then you can create composite materials, then you can create bags. So other alternative ideas is you can use for making roads. Nowadays for roads we are using plastics and building roads. Okay. So this is your idea. Okay. And what about the return cash and issue we are given? Please discuss what is the thing.
prototype is a model which gives the output of the future in a mini version. So through different ideas, we have chosen two ideal things. First one is collecting the plastics and returning it as exchanging the plastics to money for
As an incentive, you can make it. Okay, very good.
then another thing is using the plastic which we have collected, we can reuse it as tar for the road. To make the roads, we can use those plastics which we have collected. So we have the prototype, a small machine which converts plastics which we give input as plastics, which gives us tar which used to lay roads. This is our prototype. Thank you.
So what their prototype they are suggesting is they are telling that we can collect all the plastics so that we can give a small incentive as a cash. So many of are not having employment jobs. Okay. So at a part time they can collect all the waste materials and they can lend it and give it for a small amount of money. So at a single place we can get all the plastics. So after this what we can do is we can have machines, we can melt it and then we can convert it as a liquid and it can be used with the mixing as a material with the tar for laying roads. So then a property of elasticity can be obtained for roads. Okay, so the life of the roads will be also high. So here, as we are concluding the case study, that they have suggested an idea to convert the plastics to an alternative methods. Okay, so the idea was good. Okay, anything you want to share? Okay, so they have told their idea. Okay, so like this we can also suggest the ideas for alternative to plastics. So here the things here is, so in our empathy we told that pollution plays a very important role. Okay, so by their prototype we are avoiding the pollution and then we are building roads. Okay, so there their investment and cost and the life of the road is increased. So this is the way they are helping the society. Okay, thank you.